Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in my last video I kind of talk about how my 2025 has been a very weird start to the year, and it got a little weirder. So I am recovering. My eyes probably look a little wonky still. I had pink eye. It started with cold-like symptoms, and then I ended up getting it and had to put antibiotic like in my tear duct of my eye. So it was like it was just very uncomfortable. And then I had like a cold with it, which I guess that like is part of the symptoms of it. Never had it before. Like something that I would have never had crossed my mind. So we were taken out again. We were taken out of the game. I mean, I couldn't put on makeup. I couldn't do anything. My eyes were just infected. I had a sore throat for 2 weeks. And yeah, mine lasted like 2 weeks. So we were down and out, and like getting back took me a little bit to like, I'm trying to find my footing. So I just feel like that's it. We're good. We're done with all these shenanigans the last few months of 2025. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? So I'm just going to jump right into the video. I think I'll probably start most of my videos of questions that people have asked in the comments. And one of the questions I can't answer because I don't know anything about. But one of the girls asked me about the GPB local bank transfer. Is it okay to use? MFC, I guess that's one of their payouts. Obviously, I am not familiar with that, but I would imagine, to give my 2 cents, that any way that you're going to get money on there, whatever form of payment, you're fine. MFC is a legitimate company, so I would imagine you're good. But if any of the girlies or anybody out there knows about that, leave that in the comments. Another question I had was somebody having doubts about getting into this line of work. And I say, if you have any doubts, I guess it would depend on like the doubts that you're having. Like, is it you think you're not going to be successful, or you're not going to do well, or is it doubts of, will I regret being in this kind of line of work? So I guess what your doubts are, I would look at that. But I would say, if it's not something, sorry, my heater turned on. If it's not something like along the lines of, I'm going to regret this down the road, then I would say do it, go for it. You have nothing to lose. You can say you tried it, didn't work out, or it will work out, or you didn't like it, and go from there. And if it's doubts of later down the line, I know some people are like, I regret ever doing this or that, or whatever it may be of this line of work, then I would say probably give it some time and ponder on it and write down like the pros and cons of like, is it because if your family sees it, or if you're going to start a family one day, you'd be embarrassed, or whatever may have you. I guess I would start with that and then go from there on your doubts. But like I said, I think you have nothing to lose. I would never quit a 9-to-5. Do not quit your jobs, lady and gents, when starting in this industry. It is very tough. It takes a while to grow your regulars and to make your steady income. Unless you're like super lucky, maybe you have a following, like I said. But I would never quit my 9-to-5 before entering in this line of work, because it is not steady income. It is very, if you're a bartender, like I've always been a bartender, waitress my whole life, you know that your tips are like this, but at the end of the month it kind of all evens out. That's kind of how CAM works. So definitely don't quit your job. If anyone's thinking about that, do this part-time, see how it's going for you. Maybe slowly say, I don't want to do full-time at your 9-to-5, and start being able to put more hours into CAM, because you do need to put the hours in. You've got to put the hours in to see the rewards. Obviously, like anything, you got to put the work in and the consistency. I'm consistently inconsistent this year. So it's been a struggle. Just gotta laugh now. We're back on track. Yeah, so doubts, weigh the pros and cons. What are you doubting? You got nothing to lose. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. It's your room, your rules. Another thing I wanted to talk about, especially with having to take, if you're sick or things come up, life happens, right? Life is lifing right now for me. Life is a lifing. She's lifing. So things come up and your power score and your placement on the page is going to kind of go like this sometimes. Whatever the situation, you're going to have days that are like here, you're going to have days that are here, and you're going to have days that are like, whoa, way down here. So you have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable online, if that makes sense. You have to be comfortable of the boring hours or hour or time that you're online. And like sometimes I feel like I have to be on all the time, but when you're putting in the hours and you want to give your best self in privates, you're not going to be on 24/7. No one that is spending, I'm going to say, over 3 hours on cam is like on like a machine. You're going to see girls performing, you're going to see girls laying down, you're going to see girls looking really bored. I mean, you have to be comfortable with the really slow periods and the like, it's okay that my room isn't popping, because your room isn't going to be popping all the time. No one's room is popping all the time. And you have to conserve your energy too. You don't want to be like bopping around, moving and grooving, and then you tire yourself out, and then you don't want to finish your shift, and then you didn't hit your hour goal. So you have to be comfortable with being and looking bored, because it's just part of the job. It is literally part of the job. I struggle with that because especially lately, and like life is just lifing. And when I'm off my schedule, I'm very OCD. And when I'm off my routine or not in my routine, I feel out of my funk. And so I'll start getting in my head, and like, even though it was out of my control, I mean, who would have known I would have got that and took me out. But there was nothing I could do. My anxiety was getting to me. And then the not being able to be in my routine like really throws me off track. I don't know if there's people out there, if you're like me, let me know in the comments if like you just get out of your routine and you just feel like your head just like, I'm not in my routine, I'm not out of my funk. I think I have a little OCD sometimes. But it's a struggle. It's life. Things happen. We just have to take it as we go and do the best that we can and get back on track. I know I had been hard on myself, and like it did take me, after I was done being sick, it did take me 2 days to like mentally get here and be like, okay, we got to get online. We got to clean the room. We got to decorate for the contest. We got to get our groove in. We got to get our hours in. And just go from there. I mean, all you can do is do your best and put in the hours, and that's it. That's all you can do. That's all you control. You can only control what you can control, and you can't worry about all the other stuff. And it's easier said than done. Trust me, I'm struggling too. I'm struggling. We are driving the struggle bus. But yeah, somebody did ask me about my old persona, so I want to talk a little bit about that, the changes I made. I made changes last year in January that I've talked about, that I reached out for help and got coaches. Now, prior to my coaches, I had been on my weight loss journey. I was very much in a funk for a few years, just with personal things that happened and people that I lost along the way. And so I just did not care about myself. My confidence was at an all-time low. I had gained weight. I just didn't feel myself. So I was literally, my whole cam room is a 360. If you go back to my older videos that I posted on here, you do see that they're a little darker, and you can just tell a difference. My whole setup was different. It was dark. I didn't really want too many lights on me. I was like wearing the same thing, just what I felt comfortable in. Obviously, when you're not, when you gain your weights, you're just like, oh, this is it. So I was just in a funk. Everything was different. You could tell that my confidence wasn't there. I was putting in the hours, but I was not, I didn't have the confidence. I think confidence is key in cam. I think owning your room. And when you come into a cam room and you see a girl's presence or just her energy that you can feel or what have you, like, I just feel like lighter and brighter and just more me and more confident. And I think that really comes across. It was like night and day. Like, my old room was dark. I was at a desk. I was in a chair. I wasn't on a bed. I had my this bed in the back room, but you couldn't really see it. And I didn't have the equipment to like be able to do both, like in the chair, in the bed, whatever. I just was camming from a desk. I think it does make a difference. If you can do both, that's great. If you can do like standing up, if you have more room. I don't have that many options because I do work in an unfinished basement. So my, which we are going to work on, I think this year, but putting more outlets down here. So I am limited to like where I can plug things in at down here. And kind of move around. So yeah, I literally did a 360. Like I said, you can go back to my old videos and you can just see that the lighting is different. You can see that my whole vibe is different. It's like night and day. And just really getting my confidence back. I lost all the weight. I think that to me that made a world of difference because I didn't feel myself. I know like people are like, oh, you should love yourself at any size. Well, I didn't. Okay. I did not. It wasn't me. I've never been an overweight person, or I've never gained weight before. But when you do lose yourself and you go through that, it's a struggle. And then doing all that and then being online and like trying to make this work, and it's just not working because it was just not working. And that's when I decided to reach out for help from my coaches. Like I say in all my videos, if you guys do want help, you can use my referral link on in my description. Click on my referral link. I will see when you guys sign up under me, and then I can gladly give you guys help. There's my email, my work email, or I can point you in the direction to my coaches, and then they can help you from there. And they're really great. And like I said, I owe them everything. I tell them all the time, like they like changed my life. It was just a journey. It was really a journey of finding myself again. I'm not all the way there. Like I talked in my other videos about the struggles, I think that like most of us women face. And just, when you're online, you are selling yourself. Like you're your storefront. This is it. They're not seeing your personality. So it's, we hate to say it, it's looks. And, whether they prefer a blonde or brunette, or you're just not their style, or you're too big, or you're too skinny, or you're too whatever. It's just, it's a lot. This job is a lot, but you're not alone. So yeah, my persona night and day, I definitely think I owe a lot to my coaches, but I also think a lot of it came from getting my confidence back. I think if you don't have confidence, and if you are someone that's struggling, whether you're trying to gain weight or lose weight, it can play a toll on you. And when you're trying to, I don't want to say sell yourself, but feel good online, it is a struggle. And I think it did come across. I think if you guys were to see me online in 2023, versus when I got my coaches, it was night and day. I mean, I don't even think some people even, I did do a rebrand of my name and everything, but a lot of people who were in my old room like didn't even recognize me. Like, I don't even think they recognized that it was, that I just like did a whole rebrand, changed the whole room, changed my whole attitude. I mean, I did lose a lot of weight though too. But you know, that took time. But it was just, my whole confidence and mood and stuff just changed. Like once I changed my room, it was like my just energy changed. So I do think a lot of it could be, if you're struggling, maybe change up your little vibe, change up the vibe, move your bed, get new bed stands, go to Goodwill and see, like, you don't have to spend a lot of money. Amazon has great deals. And maybe change up your lighting a little bit. I didn't change my webcam. I do want to get a remote webcam. If anyone has any suggestions on a remote webcam, let me know. I'm still using the Logitech 920 C or something like that. I would like a remote one, but I think maybe even just changing up your vibe. Maybe you're in a rut. Maybe you're, you know, it's a great time. It's a new year. New year, new vibe. So maybe that will help too. So maybe changing your persona a little bit. I mean, I changed completely. Like I said, I don't do anything in my free chat or open chat or whatever you want to call it. I will do my next video on like a tip menu. I used to like think that I had to do everything to make $1, and you don't. I'm telling you right now, you don't. You might be slow at the beginning if you're changing completely like I did. I honestly didn't see a difference. Well, I've obviously made more money now than I ever had, so I didn't see a difference. And then no one even asked me like, oh, why don't you do this and open anymore? And it's no one cared. So I didn't see any difference of changing my style, and I've seen a difference of I'm making more money now and better clientele. But so yeah, so maybe changing your persona. Like I said, if you want to reach out for help, I think it's a great idea. It changed my life for the better. Now, if we can just smooth sailing in 2025 for the rest of the year, please, because I am over these weird things that have just been happening the last few months, like even with the world. 2025 something. We're starting off something. Life is lifing. But I'm ready for good momentum, and knock on wood, hopefully I don't get sick again. I hope we're over this. I'm ready to be in the clear. I'm ready to put in my hours. I'm ready to grind it on out. I can't even believe we're in the middle of March. I'll also do a video on taxes. I'm getting my taxes done soon, so I'll do a whole video on like write-offs too, since it is tax season, and all that fun stuff. Aren't we just jazzed with that? So yeah, because I have had you guys request a tax video. I will do a tip menu video. This one I just wanted to do. Here she is, MIA again, and I literally never seen this coming. Like it. I don't know, like who, I don't know. I'm just lucky. So, yeah, being uncomfortable, being bored and slow. Let's make 2025 smooth sailing from here on out, because I'm over it. I am going to try to maybe get out another video this week. If not, early next week I will get one out. Probably after the contest will be after Monday, because we are in a St. Patrick's Day contest. And I was doing really well on that. We'll see. It's only day one. So anyways, I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you for letting me rant. Make sure you like and share and spread the love to grow this page. We're moving and grooving. We're trying to build this community up. So I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.